Are you ready to lose some weight? If so, this video's for you. I'm Dr. Ken Berry, a family physician with 20 years of clinical experience. And what I've found in my experience is that you don't really want to lose weight. What you want to lose is all that stored fat that you just can't seem to get rid of. In this video, I'm going to explain to you the carnivore diet for weight loss and how it works, and then talk about some objections or worries you might have at the end and some resources that will help you ease your mind about those. So in order to tap into all that stored fat you've got on your belly and your booty and your thighs and other places, there's certain things that you have to do and certain things you have to not do. And I'm going to go over a few of those with you. First and foremost, you can't be hungry all the damn time and expect to lose weight, because if you're hungry, you're human. If you're hungry enough for long enough, you're going to eat, and you're probably going to eat something you shouldn't eat, and that's going to turn off your fat burning ability. You want a diet that helps you not be hungry all the time. Secondly, you want to stay full for longer. Now, this may sound like the same thing I just said differently, but it's actually different. You want a diet that when you eat, you're full for hours and hours, or satiated for much, much longer than the diet that you're probably currently eating. Very importantly is you want a diet that will keep your insulin level low normal all the time. Anytime your insulin level bumps up, that's going to turn off your fat burning, and you can't have that if you're really trying to lose weight. You want a diet that's going to help keep your metabolic rate high. It's going to keep your metabolism burning hot. That's a requirement if you're going to lose weight in any kind of speedy manner whatsoever. And then you also got to remember that you can't be eating because you're bored, because you're tired, because you're anxious, or because you're depressed. Those are inappropriate times to eat, but many of us succumb to that and eat during those times because we've forgotten the real difference between true, meaningful physiological hunger and just eating because you're bored or anxious or depressed. So carnivore diet to the rescue here. And let me tell you how it helps to burn fat, to lose weight. So first and foremost, it's a diet made up exclusively of fat and protein. There are very few carbohydrates that you're going to eat on a carnivore diet. Remember, I talked about insulin earlier. Anytime you eat a food that spikes your insulin up, that turns off your ability to burn fat. Insulin does many things in your body, many important, vital things. But if it's chronically running too high in your bloodstream, you're not going to be able to burn the fat. And so regardless of the calorie restriction, the portion control, the starving yourself, if you're eating high carbohydrate foods, you're never going to burn the fat off and keep it off for good. So fat and protein, that's the carnivore diet. Lots of fatty meat. Next is you want to eat until you're full. If you're eating a high carbohydrate fad diet like Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Ornish Flexitarian, any of those guys, then you're going to be hungry again in 2 hours. But if you're eating a diet that's full of healthy fat and healthy proteins, you're going to be satiated. You're going to be full for hours and hours and hours, making it less likely that you're going to reach for a snack that might turn off your weight loss. Many people eating a carnivore diet stop eating 3 times a day. It becomes effortlessly easy to start eating twice a day. And when you do that, you keep your insulin level at that very low normal level, the sweet spot for burning fat and getting rid of it. You stay at that level for many more hours during your day. A great thing about the carnivore diet is you get to eat until you're full. There is no calorie counting necessary. Calorie counting is banned on a carnivore diet. Do not even do it. I don't want to hear about your calories. There is no portion control because you're never going to eat too much fatty meat. Your body's hormones will tell you when you are satiated, when you're full, when you've eaten enough. Your hunger hormones will turn off and your satiety hormones will turn on. And the same meat that you were just eating and loving a minute ago almost becomes repulsive when those hormones hit the sweet spot that turn off your hunger. And you're like, whoa, I'm done. I can't eat anymore. Bacon, I love ribeye, I love eggs, but I'm done. Then you're not only satiated at that moment, but you stay satiated for many hours because of the fat and protein in this very healthy diet. You don't have to waste your time counting the calories or measuring out portion sizes. You get to let your hunger tell you how much to eat, and you get to let your satiety hormones tell you when you've had enough and it's time to stop eating. You don't have to be consciously in charge of those things. Your body actually can do that for you if you're eating a proper human diet like a carnivore diet. Now, the carnivore diet, because it's full of protein and fat, is never going to spike your insulin level or your glucose level, blood sugar, to a dangerous level. So it keeps your blood sugar normal. Therefore, it keeps your serum insulin levels normal. And when your insulin level is normal or low normal, that's when your body can actually reach the stored fat that you've got on those places that you wish you didn't have fat. That's when your body can start to burn that fat for energy, for fuel, because that's what stored fat is. It's stored energy, but you can never burn it if your insulin level is always running high. The last great benefit of the carnivore diet is one of my favorites. It actually keeps your metabolic rate burning faster. You burn hotter. In fact, many people converting from a plant-based diet to a carnivore diet, they have something called the meat sweats, where they feel hot and they're sweaty. And this is because their metabolism is actually burning hotter. You're burning faster on a carnivore diet. And one of the things that leads to much quicker weight loss is if you're able to speed up your metabolism. Carnivore does that. Now, you may have some objections. You may say, okay, Dr. Berry, I get it. Eat fatty meat and I'm going to lose weight. But I heard that eating meat causes cancer, or I heard that eating red meat causes heart disease. Never fear. I have videos on this channel that will help you understand why these things are just not true. I've got videos on this channel that help you get started very easily with the carnivore diet, and I'm going to link all these videos in the show notes below. You may say, well, gosh, who can afford $22 a pound ribeye? I'm poor. I can't eat like that. Well, there's actually a very cheap way to eat keto. You can eat keto on a budget. Carnivore on a budget. I've got a video about that on this channel. If you're like, well, I don't want to make any mistakes. Well, I've got a video with the common carnivore mistakes on this channel. I'll link it down below. You've heard that meat weakens your bones. Don't worry about that myth. I've got a video on this channel that explains it for you. But wait, you say, if there's no fiber in a carnivore diet, so I'll get constipated. I've got a video about bowel health and carnivore diet on this channel. So if you're truly serious that this time is the time that you're going to lose the weight and keep it off, then you need to check out my Carnivore 101 playlist, watch every video in it, take notes, maybe watch them twice, and then get started eating a healthy, delicious, nutritious, sustainable carnivore diet. Lose the weight and keep the weight off forever. This is Dr. Berry. I'll see you next time.